Tonight we are making filet mignon, and the first thing I'm gonna do is just add a bunch of salt and pepper. You can also add it to like the sides. Mine isn't super thick though, so I'm not too worried about getting the sides completely covered. And then we're just gonna rub it in a little and flip. More salt. And I have a cast iron heating up right now. By the way, this is my last dinner I'm making by myself before Anna and Sophia return. I feel like I've just been like treating myself to really good dinners to make up for like feeling sad, missing my two girls. Alright, so I'm gonna open this on my iPad so I can read the comments easier. Craven, it's my first time making filet. It was this weekend, and I've made it the past 3 nights, and the first night it was great. The second night it was actually even better than the first because it was thicker. So I think this time around I'm not going to do as long. We're probably going to do like 4 minutes on each side. But it's literally super easy. So once you've gotten it covered in salt and pepper, and you've gotten your cast iron super hot, which this feels pretty hot, we're going to add just like avocado oil and butter or olive oil and butter. I really don't want the fire alarm to go off. That's why I'm using avocado oil. It just has like a higher smoke point. And once this butter hits, it's on. All right, so now we're adding the steak. Oh my goodness. And we're gonna put some rosemary on top for aromatics. I had a roll tonight, only 17 carbs for one roll though, not bad. Chassie, I used to do that when I first started keto. Like I would budget my carbs around like one super high carb thing. At the beginning of my journey, that was Lucky Charms. Sandbird, shout out to Cross Contamination. If you're lazy like me, cross contamination is just everywhere you go. Yes, Craven, there was butter inside of the cup that had the avocado oil. So we're doing 4 minutes, and I totally didn't look at the time, but we're gonna do 7:54, which will be 4 minutes from now. I'm so excited. Jennifer, ghee is a good idea too because it has a higher smoke point. Yeah, the problem is I'm not on my stove where we have the vent, so all of the smoke is just gonna go wherever it decides to go. Let me turn my air purifier all the way up, so give me like 1 second. I'll be right back. And I also turned the ceiling fan on. But I do have the windows behind me are open as well. What are you eating it with? I am eating asparagus and carrots, and then I made those Red Lobster biscuits yesterday, which I don't know if they're safe to eat tonight, but I'm definitely just going to put them on the plate for the picture. I'm an idiot, and I left the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits, the keto ones I made, setting out on the table last night. Would you guys eat them? This community is my best place. Laura, I'm so glad to hear that. That's what these started for, was like, I was living in Ohio, I didn't really have a community, I didn't feel home anywhere. And then I just started going live, and like that feeling of being around people who are like on the same journey as me, it was just such a magical experience. So I just started doing it every day. Oh my gosh, Liz, you're saying geese set off your smoke alarm and made a mark on the ceiling. Wow. You guys are saying you would still eat them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about some cheddar that's been setting out. And last night, if you guys saw, I made the cauli mac and cheese. I actually crumbled it up, the biscuits, and put them on the cauli mac and cheese and put them in the air fryer. And I was thinking it was going to be so good, but honestly, it wasn't as good as I expected. I would prefer to do like crushed up pork rinds or crushed up Hilo chips on my cauliflower mac and cheese. So Panoma, if your family is not doing keto, that's kind of where I was at when I first started, and I lived in Ohio. And that definitely made it harder. But the best thing to do is just make it work. Like whatever they're having for dinner, you can make it work. If they're having pizza, you can take a fork and just eat the toppings. Like, don't obsess over all of the little ingredients. Like, oh, I'm not gonna have the toppings off the pizza because the tomato sauce has some sugar. It's like, if you're in a situation where you're just surrounded by junk food, just figure out how to make it work and keep it as low carb as you possibly can. Because any steps towards living a lower carb lifestyle are better than not doing anything at all. Alright, my carrots are nice and burnt, just like I like them. The asparagus could be cooked a little longer, but it's fine. Alright, we're going to flip the steak now. Wait, we have one more minute, and then we'll flip it. I'm almost about to sneeze. I think the pepper from the steak is like getting in my nose because I'm preparing to sneeze. Oh, you guys can't even see inside the cast iron. Here we go. Much better. Been following a lot of your recipes so far. Hey, Leah, I'm glad you're enjoying them. All right, we're gonna turn it. Mel is timing it, thank you. And honestly, if it's thick enough, you can just use your hand. Oh my God, the char looks amazing. It looks so good. I need a big round fork to baste it with. I don't think I have a clean one. I might have one in here though. I have to have a really big round fork. Oh, here we go. I see it. Okay. We're gonna baste. I guess once it's done. What about cornstarch? Can I use it to make gravy? So guys, what is the replacement for cornstarch? Is it like arrowroot or xanthan gum? There's like something you can use on keto to replace cornstarch with, right? I keep wanting to sneeze. It's so uncomfortable because I'm like, it feels so good to sneeze. I'm getting the urge because of the pepper that's burning, but I don't want to like go through the effort. So arrowroot. If you don't want to use cornstarch and a recipe calls for it, you can replace it with arrowroot. And I'm struggling to like lean forward and talk to the camera because this is popping. I don't want to burn an eye or something. All right, I already added butter. We're going to start basting. Maybe I could add a little more. I mean, we have like 2 minutes, right? Like almost less than 2 minutes. I need something to cut the butter with. We'll add a little more butter and we'll just start basting it. Which both times I made it, I didn't really baste it. I just don't think there's like a ton of butter and stuff in here, but... And this skillet is kind of small, but there we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so if you guys ever make the Heavenly Fan fries, xanthan gum is like the key thing for that one. Alright, and if you want to be super sure that it's like the right temperature for you, you can get a food thermometer. And you would take it off when it's like, if you want it to be medium rare, you want to account for the fact that it's going to cook some. And you would take it off when it's like, say, 125, I think is when I took it off the night that it came out perfect. So right now it's saying it is 118, 120. It's like chilling at 120. Let's go a little closer to the very middle. All right, it says, all right, we got to take it off. It's saying 130 on that part. All right, I need a pair of thongs, and we just got to get it off. I'll put it on the cutting board for now. Karen, this is actually not my lowest weight. I weigh like 180 right now. Ooh, you guys want to see this? Look. Yummy, yummy. Alright. So now we're just going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. So my lowest weight was 160. But I wasn't lifting a lot of weights then. Now I'm pretty consistent with weightlifting. And I'm 180. So my lean body mass might be higher. Like, I might actually have a lower body fat percentage than I did when I was like 15 pounds lighter. All right, we're gonna take this and just set it aside. And I was using a hot plate. These things like scare me because it's just a can of butane inside of it. I'm just gonna wipe this down and then set it aside. Yeah, we definitely are letting it rest for 10 minutes. If I just cut right into the steak, I feel like that would upset so many people. This is good. Alright, I'm just putting it back where it always goes. Off. Now we're ready. I'm gonna start putting our plate together. So we're gonna put carrots, asparagus, and one of those keto cheddar biscuits on it. So you guys are saying you only have to let it rest for 5 minutes. I always thought it was 10. I'm getting sort of a runny nose. I'm not sick, it's just the weather. All right, we're gonna put some carrots and asparagus on here. And like I said, guys, I like my carrots to be kind of burnt. So they don't look that amazing, but it's okay. I'll just eat the ugly ones while we wait. Mmm. 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 These are so good. I put salt, pepper, and ranch seasoning. What are your keto starter meals if you're trying to start cold turkey? All right, so low-carb tortilla pizzas, whether or not your body agrees with them, that's something you'll find out yourself. But if you agree with them and you can eat them and stay in ketosis and like not get tummy aches, I had low-carb tortilla pizzas basically every night my like first years of keto. And then also pork rind crusted chicken fingers. And then also, what are some other like super staple keto meals? Egg roll in a bowl is one of the first ones I was making a lot. Like omelets, that's a big staple. Go to the grocery store, just shop from the outer aisle. Obviously avoid potatoes and fruit, which it's not that they're unhealthy. People think that like potatoes cause obesity. They do not. There's nothing wrong with eating a potato or a mango. They're very nutritious. But if you're trying to stay keto and you don't want blood sugar spikes, and you just, maybe you're sedentary so you have no use for carbs, or maybe you're active and you like running on ketones, whatever your reason is, if you're doing keto, you want to avoid those things, but it doesn't mean they're bad for you. It just means they're not compliant with being in ketosis. All right, so now we're gonna grab the cheddar biscuits. So give me 1 second. And this plate is kind of full, so I'm gonna eat. I just put that in my mouth and dropped it. We're gonna eat some of these carrots. I like dipping these in the G. Hughes sugar-free honey mustard. Oh, egg and olive salad, yum. I love egg salad. All right, I've gotten the carrots like in their own little corner. I think this plate is too small to fit everything. Something's got to go. I think the carrots are going to go off the plate. Just onto the counter. There's not enough room for everything. Man, my nose is getting really stuffy. I'm sorry. All right, we'll put 2 biscuits on here then. I just love the color combination. Maybe we can like put them in with the asparagus. And then I'll put like 2 more asparagus pieces on top. There we go, that's actually better. So the asparagus is different than the carrot seasonings. The asparagus is salt, pepper, and garlic powder, whereas the carrots are salt, pepper, and ranch seasoning. All right, who's ready for me to cut into this? Here we go. Has it been 5 minutes? That's the real question. I think it's probably been at least 10 minutes actually. All right, the moment of truth. Here we go. Right in the middle. Ooh, it's a little on the rare side, but I like it like this. What do you guys think? Is this too rare for you? Would you still eat it? I'm excited. This looks actually amazing to me. Like I said, the first night we did this, it was not this rare. And I was kind of upset. I wish it would have been more rare. I like this. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna put it on the plate. And then we're gonna take a picture of it. And then we're gonna eat it. Filet is easily my favorite cut. Guys, everyone's saying it's perfect. That makes me happy. Okay. So when it comes to like ribeyes and New York strips, I think they're good, but there's just something about a filet that it just tastes better to me. All right, I just knocked a bunch of stuff into the sink. And I've expressed this before, but I love how our counters like flow into the sink. So instead of having that gray like border around it, I can just shove things into the sink. And I haven't broken any dishes yet. All right, guys. I need to bring the camera closer, but this is looking amazing. And I need a napkin. I'm sorry, guys. You have to watch me take pictures. I know it's annoying, but we need a cover photo for the live tonight. It's almost perfect. Let's just move it. Change the... Man, I'm not feeling this. The picture is just not looking great. Oh my god, it's so blurry. I wish I had Anna's phone here. Sometimes pictures just look better on iPhones. All right, we're just gonna like hold the steak. We're just gonna hold the steak. I think that's actually the move. Let's go. This is what we're gonna do. And then I'm just gonna take one more. All right, we're just gonna eat. That looks fine. I'm sorry it took so long. All right, let's take a bite of this thing. Where am I? Oh, I shoved my silverware into the sink. All right, more silverware. Let's cut into this thing and take a bite. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my god. Aaron, I just posted the biscuit recipe. It's literally the post before this on my page. Oh my god, this looks so good. Just look at it. Mmm. Mmm. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off here tonight. You don't need to sit here and watch me chew. And I have a runny nose, so I'm gonna be like making a lot of noises while I eat. But I love you guys. I believe in you. I'll see you tomorrow.